Yep. Alrighty, folks, welcome back. We were able to snag head coach from Judah Albany. Coach, congratulations. Big win for you guys over Blair Taylor here this morning. Excellent job. Talk to us about that fourth inning real quick.
Well, we came out and got a few clutch hits early there, put some pressure on them, and then we ended up with the first and third situation, which is always kind of that, do we throw it through or do we not throw it through, and with the weather conditions the way they were. So now when you get that first and third, now you can get to second, and then
absolutely.
Second and third, and then that makes a big difference. So putting the ball in play here and there and picking up a few runs. So getting that 4 runs was huge.
Absolutely. Get to stick around now for the nightcap and watch this one here and see who you'll play at around 4:30. Brought along a couple of guests, Coach, with you. Who'd you bring along, and we'll get them on here?
I brought over freshman Alana Durchie. She played third base and came in and threw some pitches for us there in the 6th inning.
Yeah, we saw that pitching change as we were finishing setting up, so nice job.
And then Haley Freitag, my first baseman, came up with a couple big clutch hits for us. So
nice job. We'll grab Alana first and ask her a couple questions here. And
sounds good.
There you go. Slide on over, Alana. Talk about freshmen being out here, big stage, state tournament. Probably play a lot of summer ball and stuff like that too. So not really crazy, but what's it like being out here and getting the state this year as a freshman?
It's absolutely incredible. It's one of those things you dream about since you're little, and the fact that we're actually here, that we're actually going to be in the final game is absolutely a dream come true, and it's just an indescribable feeling.
Awesome. And just talk what was going through your mind. You come in, coach calls you in, throw a couple of pitches there down the stretch. Got nerves, or what's going through your mind there?
It was a little unexpected. I wasn't exactly expecting to go in, but I warm up before every game, so I am ready, and I just really try to stay calm and make sure I really get a pitch in there because I know my defense is really good, and they're going to get that out for me.
Hey, having a nice defense behind you is always always nice comfort. Throw it, let him hit it, and let him field it. Speaking of which, we'll bring in your first baseman. We'll bring her in here. A couple clutch hits and holding things down over at first base.
Hello.
How are we doing?
Good.
Good. Hey, playing for a gold ball later today.
Yeah.
How's it feel?
It's very nerve-wracking.
Hey, but you know what? You're in the game. Everybody else is home except for these two teams here, and it's you and your teammates. I would love to see you get one more practice, but you get a few more hours together and just a chance to enjoy the moments and the memories here up in Green Bay and everything. So what are you guys going to do between games here? Coach got plans for you, or
definitely
gonna go find a laundromat and hit the dryer a little bit with the unis, or
we got a place set up out of the rain and eat a little bit and just relax. So.
Yeah, we're gonna go hang out and spend time with each other. Just hang out.
Gotcha. Do you guys normally have a post-game stop you go to on the way home from games? Or?
No,
we're pre-game and no post-game. So yeah, so kind of double headers. Normally you play back-to-back. You don't have a long layover. But hey, congratulations. Looking forward to calling your championship game here this afternoon, hopefully. So we'll see you back at 4:30. We'll get Alana back in here, and real quick, both of you will answer our final question for us. Slide back in, Alana, and we'll you guys are just kind of right next to each other. You'll be good. Slide in right here next in front of the camera, and Coach can photobomb in the background. But slide in right here, right in front of the camera. So it's new experience for Judah Albany for our viewers. We don't kind of get out to that part of the state, more of the Milwaukee and Green Bay and Appleton areas. But, hey, we're at Judah Albany, 7-5 winners over Blair Taylor this morning in the first semifinal of the WIA Division IV championship. They will advance on and play the winner of our next game, Mishicot and Phillips. But one final question for you, ladies and Coach. Everything W7 does, we do
For the girls.
All righty, nice job. Hey, we will see you probably back at about 4:30, hopefully. And good luck tonight. And if you guys win that one, we'll see you guys. Big celebration, the whole team, everything. We'll get you guys. Hopefully the rain will stop and we'll come up and celebrate with you somewhere on the diamond. Thanks, Coach, for joining us, and enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Good luck later today. Good job, girls.
Alrighty, so that was Judah Albany. Their 7-5 win over Blair Taylor earlier today. They, as we mentioned, they will advance on and play the winner of this game, Mishicot and Phillips. Coach Scott is getting the lineup for Phillips. He's going through that one. As we mentioned before, for Mishicot, they will take to the diamond, and it's going to be Garceau at short, Doki at third, Uyghur catching, Callahan at first, Krieger in center field, Stadola at second base, Bennon on the mound. Cora Nelson slides into the starting lineup today as a designated player, batting eighth, and the junior, number 3, Allie McCardle, out in left field. Valerie Driscoll is the flex player, and she will play right field. We are moments away here from first pitch in Green Bay at King Park. Beautiful facility, a little bit of overcast. The sun seems to be coming out. The rain seems to be stopping. And we are going to be ready for state final softball on W7 Radio. You're listening to Connor Du Bois and Andy Scarda. First pitch is on its way. It'll be number 5, Rachel Callow, leading things off for the Phillips Loggers. And she takes ball 1 from Bennon. Get a scoreboard up here for you folks.
Foul ball on that one. Count is 1-1 now. Leadoff batter here for Phillips, Connor Du Bois. Myself, Andy Scarda, here live on W7 State Semifinal, Phillips, Mishicot.
So very quickly, the count 2 balls, 1 strike. Working on moving that scoreboard over for us here. And she lifts one into left field, but it is Allie McCardle on the catch.
Cherry on. Cherry Dr. Pepper makes the play. She's settling in here on W7. A couple number discrepancies between the WIS Sports lineup here.
So down in the box for the Loggers is going to be number 4, Casey Egelbrecht. Her sister, I believe, is on the mound, or cousin, possibly. And she is ahead in the count, 2 balls, 1 strike. So Ashland struggling, falling behind both batters here early in the game, Coach. Might have something to do just trying to get used to a turf field, obviously. A ball is a little wet as there still is a little bit of a drizzle. And Bennon comes back and blows it by Egelbrecht for strikeout number 1 of the day. Out number 2 on the inning.
All right. So getting locked and loaded here. Stepping in now for Phillips, number 13, Jada Egbrecht. So back-to-back Egbrechts. This is the pitcher, Jada, who steps in the box. 2 outs in the inning. Mishicot with a good start. Foul ball behind the play, out of play. 1-1 count now to Jada Egbrecht. Ashlyn Bennon in the circle for Mishicot.
So Mishicot yesterday, or Sunday, went over to ISA, a sports academy there, and they were able to get in and work on a turf field. They got over to St. Norbert yesterday, That one lifted high. It's going to be the shortstop, Abby Garceau. She settles under that one.
So a
Can
nice start.
of corn for Miss Abigail.
Nice start for Mishicot there. 1-2-3 in the top half of the first. We head to the bottom. We are live on W7.
We will head to the bottom of the first. 0-0. You've been listening to W7 Radio. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. Bottom of the first inning here, and it will be Abigail Garceau who made the last out of the inning. She will lead things off here for the Indians.
Jada Egbrecht in the circle for the Loggers. Phillips out of the Marawood North Conference, co-champions in that conference. Garceau, little grounder over to second, misplayed.
Big
Abigail
hop.
will hustle it out into two. She's aboard, slides in safely. Leadoff double for Abigail Garceau.
So there it is. We talked about it before in the pregame, that big inning. You hope to avoid that here early. Mishicot goes 1-2-3. They come out. Tough hop there off the turf into the face mask, but you hope that doesn't turn into more. But we've seen this before, Andy, where Abigail gets on. Doki usually sacrifices over to second, but with her there already, we'll see. And then you're into the teeth of the lineup, and Uyghur
And Caitlin Callahan.
Uyghur Callahan and Callie Clutch.
But not really any nerves you're going to see here from Mishicot. The business trip for them, you know, they start the lineup 1, 2, 3 seniors, and Abigail Doki and Taylor Uyghur all on the team in 2019 that made a state run. They were down at Goodman and Madison, so you're not going to see nerves out of them. Doki does the job to move the runner.
Nice job hitting behind. Beautiful.
4-3 on that put out for Phillips, so Doki is retired. Abigail Garceau moves to third base. 1 out in the inning, bottom of the first. And senior catcher Taylor Uyghur steps in. She comes in hitting over 500 on the year. Again, we have the radio call for you here today. Video available on NFHS. Here's a pop fly, foul territory, not deep enough to score and tag up. And that'll be out number 2 and a big one for Phillips. Shortstop ranging over. That's Rachel Callow, the leadoff hitter for Phillips from her shortstop's position. Makes the grab in kind of shallow left field foul territory. Garceau not able to tag up, but now it's Conference Player of the Year, freshman Caitlin Callahan stepping in for Mishicot in a big spot, looking to strike first here in this state semifinal game. Garceau still aboard at first.
If you're Phillips, you're happy here. You've gotten to Callahan after that leadoff double, and you're 2 outs and Callahan up.
She looks to make him pay, but like you said, this is ideal considering the start here. So an 0-2 count now to Callahan. She'll
hits
drive
one
on
hard.
left side, third base, over to make the play, and a big inning there for Phillips. After the leadoff double from Abigail Garceau, she moves over to third, but no further than that. 5-3 on the putout there to end the inning. One complete here at King Park in Green Bay state semifinal. It's Mishicot 0, Phillips 0. We are live on W7. All right, we are back here, top of inning number 2. Stepping in now for Phillips, number 2, Megan Deliski, the catcher this afternoon. She'll flare one over Garceau. Tough play, that'll fall. Fair ball. Play at 2 is not in time, so again, a leadoff runner on second here. Not again, but Mishicot did the same. Deliski drops it into that shallow left field area. It stays fair, and she ends up at second on the play.
Kind of that coffin corner back behind Doki Garceau. And
Bermuda Triangle, if you will.
yeah, and Garceau, she laid out for that one, and she slid from the foul line all the way to the fence, and I think she might have hit her head or shoulder area up against that fence. Hard to tell from this vantage point, but heck of an effort.
Time is called. Little tying of the shoe here at second base. In the box now for Phillips is number 8, Kendall White. So no outs here in the top of the second. We are scoreless. It's Deliski aboard at second. Here's a roller. Garceau, she'll glove, throw to first, and that's off the line. Throw home. They get her at home.
Nope, their Blues going to call her safe. No tag on
They
it.
missed the tag. It looked like the throw was there in time, but Deliski gets around the tag, and no out either for Mishicot. So no outs in the inning. 1-0 now. Phillips strikes first. Coach Shimmick going to call an early timeout here, and I think it's a well-timed one. Settle the troops. It's 1 run. It's going to be a long game, and I think Mishicot in their heads, after seeing that first inning, they didn't cash in, but I think they know they
left the run out on the board.
they
at
should
least
have
one.
a good opportunity to score some runs. So you hold it here. You know, it's 1-0 now. Let's get a few outs, get back in the dugout, and keep it a ball game here. But some big confidence now brewing for Phillips. Again, Kendall White with the RBI. She's aboard at first base. Probably a play Abigail would like back. Just a wide throw to first base. Calm the jitters here.
Yeah, you wonder if she was still a little shook up with that dive and slide on that turf all the way to the fence. I mean, it's a long ways. For those that aren't watching, it's probably a good 20 feet.
Bunt try here from Phillips. It goes foul. So 0-1 count now.
Allie Williams, center fielder.
Allie Williams in for Phillips. She fouled off the bunt attempt. Little ISA representation here. Jenna Wepsey, the head softball director for ISA.
That one
foul
popped
ball.
up.
Caitlin Callahan makes the catch in foul territory. Big out for Mishicot. Stepping in now is number 15, Brianna Gazinski, the first baseman for Phillips. Again, runner on first for Phillips. That's Kendall White. 1 out in the inning. Top of 2. State semifinal matchup, Mishicot Phillips. Ashlyn Bennon in the circle. Deals. There's a flare, foul territory. Maddie Doki from her third base position. Gives chase to no avail. Foul ball, 0-1 count now to Brianna Gazinski. Mishicot looks to settle down after Phillips strikes first. They lead 1-0 here, top of the second. Here's a fly ball into right field, right by us. Valerie Driscoll makes the call, makes the catch for out number 2. Just a nice drop step there from Valerie. Ranges back on a nice poke. That was pretty deep. Not deep enough to move a runner from first to second, though, as the fly ball came to right field. Valerie Driscoll makes the catch, out number 2 of the inning. Stepping in now, number 12, Brooke Eckert.
Sandy, if the rain stays away, we might be able to move out from underneath our shelter here a little bit.
You know, and it's actually pretty humid, and it's getting warm out. I know you had a little sweat building. I've got some building up, too, here now.
We didn't have much of an airflow in the tent, but
no.
It's all right.
But got to protect the equipment first and foremost here. 0-2 count now on Brooke Eckert. Ashlyn Bennon looks to get out of the jam. And the good thing there is even the run that Phillips scored, it was kind of on a bloop to that Bermuda Triangle. It's not like Phillips is out here tagging Bennon. So if you can keep it at 1 run here, like I said, I think Mishicot's going to be able to score some runs today.
Well, I think that's why Coach Shimmick takes that early timeout. Hey,
Absolutely.
Settle down. We really haven't been tagged too much.
And even the hard fly ball to Driscoll was definitely enough air under it where she was able to settle nicely out here in right field. Now a 1-2 count to Brooke Eckert. She's the left fielder this morning in this matchup. Ashlyn Bennon, after the 0-2 count, tries to nibble around the zone, and now 2-2 here to Eckert. Again, 1-0, top of the second. There's a shot into left field. Coming in!
Diving catch.
Cherry on! Cherry, Dr. Pepper.
That's an all or nothing play. If that one gets by her, that's going to be an in the Parker.
That could have been trouble, but that's one you got to go for, and that's one that can definitely turn the tide here and shift that momentum back to the Mishicot dugout. As it stands, it's 1.5 complete. Phillips strikes for 1 in the top of the second, and they lead Mishicot 1-0. We head to the bottom of the second. Mishicot coming to bat. We are live on W7.
When you're faced with a challenge, how you respond determines the real winners. Rural Mutual believes there's something more important than just winning or losing a game. They believe that the team, school, and fans who support their athletes with dignity and class are the true champions. Rural Mutual is a proud sponsor of the WIAA Rural Mutual Insurance Sportsmanship Award since it started in 1965. From football to volleyball to soccer to tennis, the award recognizes more than the team's sportsmanship. It recognizes that sportsmanship matters in your community as well. Visit ruralmutual.com/WIAA to see how your team and your community can work together to be true champions. Well, Andy, we're all set to go here. Top of 2, or bottom of 2, my apologies. And it will be Callie Clutch leading things off for the Lady Indians.
So again, Mishicot the 2 seed, Phillips the 3. Mishicot the home team. So bottom of 2, they look to get that run back. Krieger with the early contact dribbles it foul down the left field line. Again, in the circle for Phillips, the Loggers, Jada Egbrecht, number 13. And Mishicot just looks to settle in. And like you said, it hasn't always been a hot start for Mishicot. But you get through that second time of the lineup, they've been able to get hot. 0-2 count now to Krieger as she swings through strike 2. Or I'm sorry, I missed a pitch. It's a 1-2 count to Callie Clutch. Big play there from Cherry Dr. Pepper in the top of the second. As you said, Connor, all or nothing, but she made it all and made the play.
And she takes up high. That'll even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Andy, the next one is one you're going to have to look out for. She is coming on yesterday at practice at St. Norbert. She put one over the scoreboard and off the scoreboard out there.
Out at St.
In left center field, yeah.
Well, she'll come aboard now with 1 out as Callie Krieger strikes out on the low pitch. I believe it could have been a drop third, but catcher was right on it. Fires down the first to secure the strikeout. So Cora Stadola, the freshman second baseman, steps in for Mishicot. One out here in the inning.
She will take strike one. 16 RBIs on the year, batting .426 for the freshman. One of three freshmen in this lineup today.
Well, and that's the thing about Mishicot. You can get through that top, and if you do, you can't relax because there's a threat all the way down the lineup. Coristadola fouls one off. Out of play down the first base side, and it's quickly an 0-2 hole for Cora.
When you go through this lineup, Andy, and everybody's batting above basically 350. The bottom of the lineup is actually higher percentage-wise than the top, which is incredible. There's no day off here.
And good job from Jada Egbrecht. She has worked early, just pounding the strike zone, not nibbling, going after them. And Mishicot just hasn't found the barrel consistently yet.
There she lifts one to center field, but that is going to fall into the glove of number 3.
Allie Williams makes the catch for out number 2 of the inning. So a decent contact there from Coristadola, but right at Williams, settles nicely, makes the play. So Phillips defensively has looked good thus far. 2 outs here in the inning, bottom of the second. Stepping in now is the pitcher, Ashlyn Bennon. She had a couple key hits through the playoff stretch already, and she'll get it going here back up the middle, helping her cause with a single. She's going to go for the hustle double, and she will make it. Slides in safely. Ashlyn Bennon with the 2-out double. You know, and that ball just kept moving, and I think you saw it and mentioned it earlier. It gets on this wet turf, and it's going to kind of skirt along there.
The hop is not there that you would traditionally see on a turf field. It really, it's not hitting and checking up. It's skidding and staying low. So now we have a courtesy runner. Courtney Wood is into the game running for Bennon out at second base.
And she'll be moving on contact with the 2 outs. So big spot here for Cherry Dr. Pepper. Cora Nelson, I believe, actually.
It will be Cora Nelson.
Cora Nelson came up huge. Came in as a sub off the bench for Coach Shimmick last game in the sectional final. Went 2 for 2 with 2 singles. And at least 1 RBI, I believe. So big spot here for the freshman, Cora Nelson. She'll take low in the dirt, 1-0 count now. Bennon with a good jump, Courtney Wood with a good jump and lead out at second base. So 2 outs in the inning. Bottom 2, Phillips, 1-0 lead over Mishicot. Cora Nelson at the plate. She'll take again, that's low and away. 2-0 now, hitters count for Cora. And for Phillips here and Jada Egbrecht, I don't know how much you know about the lineup, but a walk doesn't necessarily kill you here, getting to the 9 spot in Allie McCardle. Take your chances here over to short, ground ball. They get the out at first, 6-3 on the putout, and Phillips with 2 scoreless frames defensively and a 1-0 lead after 2 complete. It's Phillips 1, Mishicot 0. We are live on W7.
Something to think about, folks, while we take a quick break. How many state trips has Mishicot softball made? We'll come back with your answer in the top of the third. How many trips to state has Mishicot softball made? You're listening to W7 Live.
Quick game so far.
So our W7 trivia of the game so far, Mishicot has made how many trips to state? If you've been listening along and playing along with us, the correct answer is 4. A trip in 2014, 1 in 2016, They brought home the silver ball in 2019, and they will look to upgrade that silver to gold here today in 2021.
Swing and a miss here. Ashlyn Bennon in the circle. We are top of inning number 3. Currently, Mishicot faces a 1-0 deficit. In the box for Phillips is number 1, Jensen Wyke, the second baseman. She'll
Wow.
dribble one.
That is unbelievable, Andy. That one was about a foot foul,
And it
but
curved
it had
back.
so much spin on it, and with the turf, it came back, it curved back fair. Excellent job by the Lady Indians staying on top of that and playing that one out.
And
The batter, it caught the batter off guard completely.
Callahan was all over it. Even, fumbled it a little bit. It was so much spin, but was able to make the flip. Good cover from Coristadola. So 1 out in the inning, and back to the top for Phillips and number 5, Rachel Callow, the shortstop. Bennon gets an advantage on her, 0-1 after a foul ball from Callow. 0-1 count, 1-0 lead for Phillips, top of inning number 3. There's an off-speed pitch from Bennon, just misses. 1-1 is your count.
Shaping up to be a great day out here at King Park, Andy.
Yeah, it's definitely warm, that's for sure. Here's a shot in the center. Callie Krieger with a bead, settles and makes the grab for out number 2 of the inning. So 2 quick outs. It's been a quick game here so far. We're top of inning number 3. And it looks like we've got quite a few listeners here on the live radio call from W7.
Listening there on the YouTube, hey, check in. We love to hear from you.
In the box now.
We got the comments going, so we can see those. So let us know.
Casey Egbrecht, the third baseman for Phillips, faces a 0-1 count from Ashlyn Bennon. Here's the pitch. And that's in there, 0-2 now. So Ashlyn Bennon has not messed around, going after the Phillips hitters, getting ahead of the count. And she'll climb the ladder, get the punch out. Big pitch from Ashlyn Bennon. 3 up, 3 down there in the third. Mishicot looks to grab that momentum back. We head to the bottom of inning number 3. Mishicot coming to bat, currently facing a 1-0 deficit. It's Phillips, Mishicot state semifinal, and it's live on W7.
You're watching Mishicot Softball on W7.
Well, welcome back to WIAA State Semifinal Softball on W7 Radio. It is Mishicot 0, Phillips Loggers 1. Mishicot at bat, and they will lead off their half of the third with Allie McCardle. Made an excellent diving catch out in left center field back in the second inning.
She faces a 0-1 deficit. I believe she foul-tipped that, trying to drag bunt. She put down a beauty in the sectional final at Random Lake against Iola Scandinavia. Mishicot could use a base runner here for Cherry Dr. Pepper. She'll put one down. She's got speed, and
That
she
one's
is
throwing
there.
in. That one went down the line, and McCardle and the right fielder, number 7, Sophie Devil, almost kind of collided it a little bit.
McCardle was coming hard, and that's what you got to do, run that through. That's a great backup by Sophie Debel to make sure Cherry Dr. Pepper stays at first, but she is aboard, and it's back to the top, and senior Abigail Garceau.
Look for McCardle to put a little pressure here on the catcher. 10 stolen bases on the year.
And she gets a good jump. Catcher gives her a look. Behind the plate doing the catching is Megan Deliski for Phillips.
29 ribbies for Garceau this year. She would love to get 1, maybe 2 more.
And Garceau went right side. The tough hopper for second base just misses on the bunt attempt to even the count at 1. 1-1 count now to Garceau. And a lot of speed if Abigail can find a way on. She's at least looking to move McCardle over to second, if not third, on a good bunt and a good break from McCardle. 1-1 count to Abigail. In the circle is Jada Egbrecht for the Loggers. There's a ball in the dirt. Good stop from Deliski, but McCardle was off, and she is safe.
Kind of slid it. The Indians were working on sliding this week, Sunday and Monday when I was with them at practice, but they weren't sliding on a wet surface.
On a wet turf, at that. And McCardle did a great job. Almost overslid it, but kept that arm on to make sure she was still safe. The throw was high, and McCardle moves on the ball. It's a 2-1 count to Abigail. Garceau whiffs through one. She wants that one back, but evens a count at 2-2. So now it's that good two-strike approach here from Garceau. At the very least, you have to put the ball in play and look to move Cherry Dr. Pepper over.
Hey, Andy, we got the Plumbers and Steam Fitters UA Local 400 checking in. I think that's a check-in related to Doug Doki a little bit and his crew probably. Hey, you guys can take a break from 10 o'clock until 12.
Well, and it'll be Maddie Doki up next after Garceau.
Couple check-ins from Indiana. Steven Scholler, Lynette Schleiss.
Great to hear. Keep them coming. We'll check the comments all day long. As it stands, it's a full count now to Abigail Garceau. Cherry Dr. Pepper aboard at second base. No outs here in the bottom of the third. Garceau laces one over to short. Good base running from McCardle. That was good contact off the bat. That's a great play from shortstop Rachel Callow. And she couldn't do anything but did check McCardle. Allie did a great job of base running, taking off on the for sure throw to first. We, again, with the two strikes, you're at least looking to move that runner. Abigail did, and now it's senior Maddie Doki looking to square things up here at 1 with McCardle aboard at third. She'll get lazy contact here. McCardle's going to give it a try. We've got to play at the plate, and that's
she's
safe.
in standing up. So excellent job by the Indians manufacturing a run there and getting that one back that they gave up in the top of the second.
So a good job. The two seniors just put the contact on, and that was back to the pitcher from Doki. But McCardle had a great jump. Maybe took a step back on the look from the pitcher and then was off on the throw. And like you said, Connor, she made it in standing up. So no base runners now for the Indians. They tie it up at 1, 2 outs, and at the plate is Taylor Uyghur. But this could be instant offense when you go from Uyghur to Callahan. So the inning is not over.
You have a doubles machine coming up here in the next 3-4 batters with Uyghur, Callahan, Krieger, and Stadola.
Absolutely. So Phillips, again, they cannot relax any spot in this order, and it was the bottom that started that rally in Allie McCardle with a beautiful bunt to get on board. 1-1 as we stand, bottom of the third here at King Park. UW Green Bay, the host for the WIAA sectional semifinal game. There's a drive from Uyghur, should be playable, and it is. The center fielder, Allie Williams, makes the catch, and the threat is retired, but the Indians square things up at 1. It's Mishicot 1, Phillips 1. We head to the top of inning number 4. We are live on W7 Radio.
Hey folks, the WIA wishes to thank all those involved with high school sports for making these education-based opportunities possible during 2020 and 2021. To the student athletes, the WIA Sports Medical Advisory Committee and local health departments, the many school administrators, athletic directors, and coaches, the licensed sports officials, the volunteers, the spectators, and the members of the media that reported on these events. Thank you. It wasn't easy, but we persevered with the appropriate guidance. A message from the WIAA, keeping the education in sports. Well, Andy, it's been a long year. We've been along on a couple of calls, basketball with this Mishicot squad. I was able to get out and do some other games, softball and basketball as well with Gary and by myself, Ryan Ellerbush, some other members of the W7 staff. It's been a heck of a year.
And they've
really glad we've had one.
They've covered a ton of girls' athletics across the state. Just continue to expand that coverage. upgrade technology, upgrade the experience for the girls, and that's what Gary and W7 is all about. So we're happy to be here today, bringing the radio call and some live updates throughout. Continue to check in on the YouTube comments. Check out W7 Productions, their website, everything they have to offer. And it's just a great way to get exposure for these girls and these great athletes all around the state in girls golf, volleyball, basketball, softball. W7 does a really, really phenomenal job.
Somebody took the leash off of AJ Garceau. He's wandering around by himself. So
he gives us a smile.
Look out, UWGB campus.
And we're set here. It's top of inning number 4. It's a strike one called. Ashlyn Bennon in the circle. There's a shot in the left field right at McCardle. She makes the grab.
Andy, I talked about Ashlyn in the post-game interview about this, and Coach Shimmick brought it up. I just love her energy in the circle. The ball is hit, and she's cheering right away. She's pumped up. She's into the game. It's great to see. Even Phillips loggers, they're same way. Every hit, every out, they're into it.
And that was Jada Egbrecht, and that was kind of a line shot to left. And, you know, as a pitcher, when maybe you missed a pitch a little, it was supposed to be inside, and you get it over the middle, you appreciate a great play there by McCardle, and now it's 6-3 on another putout. Garceau fires to first. That was Megan Deleski retired, and now it's to number 8, Kendall White.
Yeah, so these loggers are up here basically first, second pitch swinging.
Efficiency so far from Bennon. She'll miss outside on that one. 1-0 count to Kendall White, the designated hitter in this morning's contest. 1-1 now, 2 quick outs in the top of the 4th. Bennon gets the strike call, evens the count at 1. So a couple nice defensive plays now. Garceau settling in. Cherry Dr. Pepper has had a busy day thus far on a couple nice plays.
Center field for the loggers in Allie Willems has been busy as well.
And a couple line shots, but right to her. She's able to make the play. Bennon misses low. It's a 2-1 count now, and misses high. 3-1 now to Kendall White. We've seen throughout the playoffs, Bennon's done a nice job when she gets into an unfavorable count, being able to work back.
There she goes, comes inside, pops it up.
Bennon makes the call, makes the catch, and a quick inning there in the top of the 4th. We are even up here as we head to the bottom of the 4th, and Mishicot coming to plate. It's Mishicot 1, Phillips 1. We are live on W7 Radio here for the state semifinal game, WIAA, here at King Park.
Hey, Andy, question for you. Another trivia question for our listeners out there. How many strikeouts for Abigail Garceau in her entire career? 4-year varsity member. How many times did this kid struck out?
We'll monitor the comments here quick, see if we can get a few answers on that, but we do have an answer on that question.
So we will let you guys stew on that. Maybe hit your sources up, see what you got. Maybe Mike Garceau or Tim Garceau, if they're listening, I'm sure they might chime in here on a comment. But how many strikeouts for Abigail Garceau on her career coming into today's state semifinal game? All right, we're back here for the bottom of the 4th, and it will be...
I believe that's freshman Cora Stadola leading things off for Mishicot. And her bat is coming alive, if that is, but it's not. It's foul. I'm sorry, that's fellow freshman Caitlin Callahan. That was Uyghur on the last putout, so it would be Caitlin Callahan at the bat. My apologies, Caitlin.
Normally we're plate side, but we are about 200 and 40 feet away.
And before
But that's okay. I love it.
Before I
I'm loving
even saw the number on the turn, I could just tell by the body language and turn that that's not Cora, that's Caitlin. But it's a 0-2 count now to Callahan as she looks to put an imprint on this game.
That one rocketed down the left field line. That had the distance. I don't know if it did get over the fence. It was just foul.
Just foul, a loud foul, but a foul nonetheless. So Callahan stays aboard. That's a big hack, and it must have been a good pitch at 0-2 if she was able to put that contact on, but a bit early hooking left field foul. Roller back to the pitcher, Egbrecht. She makes the play. Out number 1 for Phillips here in the bottom of the 4th. Again, we are tied 1-1. Phillips was able to play the run in the top of the 2nd. Mishicot coming back in the bottom of the 3rd, manufactured a run. And that's where we stand. Stepping in now, Callie Krieger at the plate. 1 out in the inning. Jada Egbrecht in the circle for Phillips.
Hey, Andy, we got a couple answers coming in, but the winner is going to be Gavin Kraus. The correct answer is 11. Just 11 strikeouts in Abigail Garceau's career.
Now, a small asterisk on that, Connor. They did not play last year.
Well, but yeah, she was on the varsity team. She didn't strike out.
That is very true. So it was her freshman, sophomore, 0 strikeouts her junior year, and a couple more her senior year. There's the 5-3 put out for Phillips of Callie Clutch on the ground out, and 2 quick outs now. We've got a fast-moving game here already in the bottom of the 4th. 2 outs now, and stepping in is Cora Stadola.
Yeah, this one's just about 30 minutes long.
I've got Dakota Krieger checking in. She said, you never said the answer about Abigail's strikeouts. We were waiting for a few comments, Dakota.
And so Stadola pops out to, I believe that was the pitcher that made it. The pitcher and catcher come together just off the third base line. And it looked like it was Jada Egbrecht who comes down with it. So the Indians go quietly other than that long foul ball from
Callahan.
From Caitlin Callahan. So 1, 2, 3 go the Indians, and we head to the top of the 5th. It is Phillips 1, Mishicot 1, and you've been listening to W7 Live. All right, and we're back at King Park on the campus of UWGB. Beautiful facility here for state semifinal softball. It is Phillips 1, Mishicot 1. We head to the top of the 5th, and it will be the center fielder who's had a bit of a busy day for the Loggers out there, Allie Willems, leading things off. She takes ball 1 low.
So again, a quick-paced game here. Continue the comments. Colin Wagner checks in, said he's listening to us on his work day.
We're keeping him busy while he's supposed to be working.
Father of a couple baseball players. Mishicot baseball had a nice run. Maddie Doki, she's been rock solid defensively this postseason. And 5-3 on the put out there of Williams. Stepping in now is 15, Brianna Gazinski with 1 out here in the top of the 5th. 1-1 ball game, Mishicot and Phillips. Benin deals high, ball 1. Mishicot baseball with a few upsets in the postseason. Made a nice run to the sectional semifinal game, coming up just short against Chilton. Here's a pop foul.
Lots of room.
Taylor Weeger makes the grab behind home plate. 2 quick outs in the inning. It's been efficient softball here pretty much both ways.
Andy, I really think this one's going to come down to the next big mistake for either team. Which team is going to be able to offensively turn that single and a double into a triple, or and defensively you're not looking to give up those extra bases or drop a
And
well hit ball.
As we saw in that sectional final game, Mishicot Iola Scandinavia, it was, a defensive error that really kind of opened the gates for a big inning. At the plate now was 12 Brooke Eckert.
Rewatching that game, it was kind of both of them. I really felt that Abigail's hit should have been caught, but they didn't take a good route to it. And then also, obviously, Taylor Wiegers should have been caught.
Into right field, Valerie Driscoll ranges over, makes the grab in foul territory, and that's 3 outs in the inning. We head to the bottom of inning number 5. Could be a crucial one for Mishicot. As it stands, it's Phillips Mishicot tied at 1. We are live on W7 Radio.
Hey, folks, engage in the conversations about high school sports in your community and throughout Wisconsin. Take your tablet, smartphone, or cell phone and follow the WIAA on its Twitter accounts at WIAAWI for general information, at WIAAWI State for state tournament updates, and at WIAAWI Scores to share game scores. You can also friend the WIAA on Facebook and find them on Instagram. Connect with the WIAA today. And while you're on there following the WIAA, make sure you follow us as well, W7 Productions. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Give us a follow there. Get notifications. And our good friend Gary Whipperman and the heart and soul behind W7 is pumping out some social media content along with our broadcast today. So you'll make sure to follow us there and get that extra behind-the-scenes footage that we've been able to collect.
So we're set to go here. Bottom of inning number 5. It'll be Ashlyn Bennett. She's 1 for 1 already. She'll go 2 for 2 on the single back up the middle. She had a double her first at bat and just that round to first base. Ashlyn Bennett took a spill. Little slippery surface. Hope she's okay. I think she's laughing, so that's a good sign there.
It kind of looks like she's laughing, absolutely.
She's got to finish the game in the circle. Coach Shimmick said, hey, we'll get you off the bases here.
Coach Shimmick quickly out with the courtesy runner.
I believe that'll be Courtney Wood again.
Normally the courtesy runner just runs out there and reports herself, but I think Coach wanted to check on her pitcher there in the circle. So it is Courtney Wood will take over for Bennett at first base. She will courtesy run, and it will bring up another freshman in the lineup, Cora Nelson.
So a big hit there. Is that a foul ball from
Foul
Nelson?
ball off the net,
0-1
yeah.
count now. So alum Dakota Kreeser checks in a few times here. She's given us a listen. Said the game's going fast, too fast to be 1-1. I also saw some members from the 2016 state team here from softball.
Cora Nelson with a beautiful bunt.
And she nearly legs it out, but just by a few steps, they get the out. Phillips does. Hey, that's a job well done again by freshman Cora Nelson, able to come in. Let's move that runner, see if we can take a lead here. Courtney Wood advances to second. But it was Amber Punsloff, Emily Melikar, Morgan Melikar here in attendance. They said, can you give some state girls a shout out? They were a part of that 2016 state qualifying team. So shout out to you girls. Continue to check in on the YouTube comments. We will monitor them. Here's another bunt down. It's a hopper. McCardle not able to leg it out, but again, they'll move that runner over to third and flip it over to the top. Job well done, Cherry Dr. Pepper. 2 outs now in the inning. Jada Egbrecht in the circle, looks to get out of it, and it's senior Abigail Garceau, and she can make an imprint on this game. All you need is a simple single here to drive home Courtney Wood with 2 outs.
This is the part of the lineup that you want up right here in this situation.
There's a flare tailing foul.
That was right over in the area. She made that diving attempt.
Herself, yeah. So a big spot for Garceau. Again, no mistakes on the bunt coverage. Phillips was able to make both plays. Bennon with the leadoff single. Courtney Wood courtesies for her. She's over on third now with 2 outs. Could this be the spot where Mishicot splashes through, or does Phillips remain strong here? Bottom of the 5th, 1-1. We are tied.
Well, as you mentioned, Phillips, excellent job on their bunt coverage. That's something that Mishicot trying to create opportunities and take advantage of, and Phillips is rock solid in that department.
Good stop there from the catcher, Deliski.
Oh.
Decent speed from Courtney Wood.
There's the lady with the popcorn and the Mountain Dews. We can take one of those.
Popcorn soda. Popcorn here. Abigail Garceau, 1-1 count. And another in the dirt. Good stop from Deliski. Good jump from Courtney Wood, but she will hold with the 2 outs. Not a deep backstop, so it's going to take a good carom to be able to score on a pass ball. 2-1 count now to Abigail. Abigail will take low again. Jada Egbrett in the circle now facing a 3-1 count for Garceau. You got to be looking for your pitch here, something you can drive for a RBI single.
There it is.
And
there
it's
it is.
through, and it's an RBI for Abigail. Through the left side into left field.
Right in that 5-6 hole, Andy.
That's a great hit there, sitting on that 3-1 count. Abigail Garceau, the senior, comes up huge, and Mishicot takes the 2-1 lead. And like you said, Connor, it's the part of the lineup you want coming up. Now it's senior Maddie Doki, and good speed on the bases with Garceau. Phillips does have the 2 outs, so they look to keep it right here.
Garceau going first pitch.
And I think
she'll be in without a throw.
I think that was a fake bunt steal the whole way. Create just a little bit of not interference, but indecision there on the bunt attempt. Garceau scoots down to second. It's a ball called on the pitch, and a 1-0 count to Maddie Doki. Garceau will be off with contact, so a good scoring position here for the Indians.
That one lifted, center field.
Should be playable, and is. Allie Williams makes the catch. So Phillips does a nice job. They retire the side, but Mishicot strikes for 1. And at the end of 5 complete, it's Mishicot 2. Phillips 1. Chance for the gold ball game here at 4:30 this afternoon. We know one team, Judah Albany, already with the big upset over Blair Taylor. We're looking to decide the second team here. Mishicot clinging to that 2-1 lead now as we head to the top of inning number 6. We are live on W7 Radio. Andy Scarta, Connor Dubois, Gary Whipperman helping us out, checking in sporadically. I shouldn't even say sporadically. He's been checking in quite often with us here, helping us out big time on the broadcast. We've got Lamira here, a D3 participant in the house.
They must have the next game as they start to filter in here. They're very obvious because everybody here is in orange and black, and they come in with their
Lamira
red.
comes in red. Craig Zangel. Craig Zangel will be tuned into that one, a Lamira alum, I believe the all-time leading scorer at Lamira basketball. Craig Zangel, we'll give you the shout-out there.
So we head to the top of the 6th. Just 6 outs remaining for both these teams. It is Mishicot with a 2-1 advantage. We'll see what the Loggers can do here in their half of the 6th, and it will be looks like it's number 1, Jensen Wyke, second baseman.
I believe that's correct. Eckert was the last out. So Wyke fouls one over towards third base side.
Even Doki stops that before it gets to third. I think he said, Andy, it got to the postseason time, and she has been
not that she was bad regular season,
no.
And honestly, I didn't see many of them. I was coaching the JV, but man, has she been a just absolute stud defensively in the postseason here for Mishicot. 2-1 count now.
It's just become very obvious. She had a stretch of where she made the final 2 outs of 1 inning and then a web gem to start the next inning off. And from there, it's just been very obvious. She's just locked in, as with all of this team.
Just the backhand, playing the hops so comfortably, not missing the throws. I mean, she's had some tough plays with some quick girls getting down the line, and she's just been rock solid. And it's been a huge part. And that's that, Ben and cheering them on and, hey, I'm going to make pitches, you girls make plays, and we're going to be tough to beat. And they have a full count now, dealing to Jensen Wyke, the second baseman. There's a flare back up the middle. That's going to get down for a single, giving chase.
Wyke's going to look to take 2, and she will be in there.
in there, sliding in safely. So Phillips looks to get that run right back here. We are top 6. The leadoff runner on. She's aboard at second. That's Jensen Wyke. and they'll turn it over to the top, and Rachel Callow, the shortstop.
Well, Andy, it's the same recipe kind of that Mishicot had. The bottom of the lineup, you get that 7-8 batter on, let 8 and 9 move them over, and then the top drive them in. And that's what we're at here. The 8 batter gets on with the double, and then you have the 9 batter here in Sophie Debble.
And actually, it's Rachel Callow at the plate.
Rachel Callow at the
yep. Debble's the flex today, playing right field.
That's why there's 2 of us.
2-0 count now to Callow. Ashlyn Bennon looks to work back. Big spot for Phillips. And that's a good bunt. That's going to be a tough play. Mishicot will have to eat it. Runners at the corners now, and Rachel Callow is pumped up after the beautiful bunt. So runners on the corners. It'll be Casey Egbrett now. Number